Hello. Our internet connection has returned. Test, test, test. We thank you for your patience in that first period. Should be smooth sailing from here.
Oh, won't you please take me home? Welcome back to the period 2 and period 3 action of Knights Junior Varsity Hockey. If you missed the first period, which I think many did, and maybe people thought I was Batman. No, it's not Batman, it's Matt Harrison, along with Jeff Story. Hi, Jeff.
How you doing, Matt?
All right, so the live stream didn't work in the first period all that well. We were doing it from like literally Jeff's hotspot on his phone because the internet was out at the arena. The internet came back. We're all good there. What's not good, the Trojans lead 3-0 after one period of play. However, the Knights saw a little bit of a spark in the last 2 to 3 minutes of that first period. Came away with about 4 shots on goal in that time and a couple of other chances. So it seems like there are a few things for the Knights to build on as we enter the second period.
Their best play was right at the end there. Let's see if they can come out and build on that.
All right, face-off won by the Trojans. Tate Helland providing a little bit of pressure. But here comes Wayzata. They flip it to the near corner. Picked up there by Adams. Out to Davison. Davison, long shot. That hit off a stick. Just went wide. And then they're trying to hit Tupper on the break, but Davison does a good job of shutting that one down. Tupper comes back to pick up his puck. Flips it in on net. Bouncing puck had to be played by Alford. And then a high puck played just over the blue line, glove down by Lee. He tries to send it back in, but hit off a Trojan stick. Cheely being harassed there. And Wayzata guilty of a icing infraction with 16:09 to go in the second.
Already we see we see a different tempo, different energy level. The Knights are really starting to, you can tell the difference now. It's kind of looking like they're carrying over from the end of the last period here, so that's great to see.
See if we can build on it with a couple more chances. Looks like a broken stick there, or something fell off of somebody. Oh, it looks like a neck guard that might have fallen off of a player.
Oh yeah, it is, definitely.
Play was not called for icing, and Wayzata controls back behind the Knights' net. There's the neck guard again on the ice. And then sent forward. Harrison's got an opportunity here. He's going to try to catch up to it. He can't get to the end line in time, and it's icing against the Knights. I recently watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie about the history of Freddie Mercury and Queen. It was very interesting hearing how they came up with this song in the biopic form. I don't know.
Yeah,
have you seen that one, Jeff?
I have not.
Oh, it's a pretty good one.
I could imagine how they came up with some of the names of the songs.
I mean, see if you can, we will rock yourself next time you have a Netflix night. Robinson trying to flip that one past the blue line. Wayzata does a good job of holding the zone. Oh, McClintock takes a big check back behind. Able to hold the puck, though. And then it's lost, and Wayzata comes up with it. Long shot attempt. That was 24 Turek. He was wide right on his shot attempt. And then picked off by Robinson. Robinson carrying forward. Tries to hit Harrison. Harrison was a little covered there. Knights able to dump it in deep. Harrison's going to provide the forecheck as the rest of the Knights skate off for a change. Looked like Harrison might have gotten hit in the neck there. He's going off slowly. Trojans back down behind the net.
There we go.
Crosby Nelson with an interception, leaves it for Jancy. Jancy's got Robinson with him, but flips off of the stick of Turek into the Knights bench. And we'll get a new face-off and a few fresh skaters for the Knights out there.
I don't know about you, but speaking, I left about 3 o'clock, and that song, Take Me Home, I was just hoping to get home.
Like Country Roads, Take Me Home,
yeah.
Or Take Me Home Tonight, or
which
one do you want?
Pick any of them. There was no fast way.
Okay. I Can't Drive 55.
Oh,
how about that one?
You weren't allowed to out there.
Yeah. All right, Pate for the Trojans has it back behind the goal. Centering pass attempt, broken up by Jancy in front there. Girton tries to flick it forward to Jancy, but got a little too much mustard on that sucker, and it went all the way down for an icing.
Knights doing a really good job on the defense there, being able to pick up, cut off lanes, and Good job on that shift.
If the Knights came out playing like this, it might not have been a 3-0 lead, but unfortunately we've spotted the Trojans 3.
We'll just need to do the best we can to dig back in.
Yeah, time to get to work. Trojans control, shot attempt, that's blocked in front. I think Schultz got a body on that one.
He did.
Out to the point, Nelson harassing number 37, Will Jackson. And then a centering pass broken up by Jancy. Jancy over to Nelson. Nelson looking long, finds Girton. Girton feeds to Jancy.
Nice.
This is an opportunity for the Knights. Jancy takes a shot, tried to go top bins. Unfortunately, he went over the crossbar. Here comes Wayzata on the attack.
Nice job by Braun there, standing strong.
Molekade comes away with the puck, tries to force it out, but unable to do so. And the Knights guilty of a tripping infraction in front of the net.
Yeah.
Pate received the trip, and it'll be
Henry Braun.
Say it ain't so, Henry Braun. The brawny man to the box for 2.
When he puts the power behind this swinging like that, it tends to knock things down, that's for sure.
Like an old tree chopper. 13:15 to go in the second. 2 minutes up on the clock for the Braun penalty. Wayzata on the power play. Wayzata wins the draw. Shot attempt, that's blocked by Molekade. Good job there by Cam. Say it, Jeff.
Cam.
There you go. Trojans control, out to the point. That's Morse. Morse puts it down deep, but it's intercepted there by Hagen. Hagen loses it back to Harmon. Trojans regain control. Out to Davison. Davison, long shot. That one was wide. McClintock tried to cover up the rebound, centering pass attempt, and I think Molekade did a good job of just holding up his man just enough that he couldn't get good wood on that stick.
Yeah, he allowed McClintock time to get back across. That was good.
Wayzata carries in an offside position with 12:27 to go in the second and 1:13 to go in the penalty kill for the Knights.
Definitely seeing that energy continue. We just need to keep doing that and pick up the execution. Dig back in here.
It's probably because they played Welcome to the Jungle at intermission. I mean, that's the song that always gets me going.
Yeah, something for everyone.
Yep. Long shot attempt that was blocked by Tupper. Puck dribbles all the way to the far corner. Wayzata maintains control. Top of the circle. And then back out to the top. Wayzata takes another big shot. That was Turek. McClintock got the paddle on it, and I think it hit some netting. So we'll get a face-off just to DJ's right. Ward in to take the draw. He's going to try to ward off Troy Anderson. Schultz tries to come up, but Anderson comes away with the puck. Out to the point. Cross-ice pass. Turek surveying. Over to Naraki. All the way across. Good one-timer there by Anderson. McClintock got across and made the save.
Wow, Lee staying aggressive there back behind that net. Excellent job.
Trojans control. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Centering pass, broken up in front by the Knights. Wayzata maintains control, but stolen by Ward. Ward's going to clear it all the way down. A couple of Knights will get off for a change. With 5 seconds to go in the penalty. Looks like the Knights got away with a good penalty kill here as Wayzata back in the zone and Braun comes out of the box. Trojans player takes a spill back behind the bench and then gets up and delivers a big hit to Coe. That was Anderson for the Trojans. Active stick there by Jancy trying to keep away. Wayzata comes up with the loose puck and a big shot by Pate in front, and McClintock made the first save. Rebound was in front and a scrum right in the crease.
One of the Wayzata skaters, as he was coming in trying to get to that, he actually moved the whole goal. Took the post right off and moved it. Dixon.
Either way, McClintock made all the saves he needed to right there.
For sure.
The Knights bench obviously jumping around with joy. Actually, they're not jumping around at all. So
House of Pain.
yeah. Speaking of a house of pain, Henry Braun's on the puck right now. Long pass attempt to Jancy. Broken up. Leland trying to win it back. And a long shot.
Ooh.
That one hit DJ right in the face mask. Rebound picked up by Braun. He's going to carry it forward. Tries to get around one. Puck got by. Braun did not.
There'll be a penalty
Oh,
there.
and we got an interference call here against Davison, who really just stopped Braun, bear hugged him, and that's the correct call.
What is that all about? Oh, comes back to him to let him know the score. That's class.
Well. You can't talk too much trash when you're down.
Well, I don't think Henry was actually talking trash. He got knocked down, and then
Yeah.
I think he probably might have said something like, haha, you know. That's funny.
Trojans able to clear the zone. This is the third power play of the game for the Knights. They were unsuccessful on their first two. Molekaday able to carry it across the blue line. He's stopped up, leaves it back for Lee, back behind the net. Lee using his body, getting physical down there. Helen looking for the centering pass, puck
Nice
loose
pass
in front. Lee had an opportunity there, couldn't put it home. Now Lee just doing some wrestling there down in the corner. I watched some Monday Night Raw the other day. Caleb Lee would fit right in.
I think
we're
going to
get
another penalty on Wayzata. Trying to get the
Tupper just, I think, handed it to Wayzata there so they could get to 5-on-3 a little bit quicker.
Yeah, you know, there was a takedown in the corner there where Helen was trying to get loose, and he was hooked back in, pulled in, and wrestled down, you know, takedown 2 there. So, but unfortunately for number 18, he got caught.
So that's Jake Naraki going to the bench for the Trojans. 121 in 5-on-3 action for the Knights, and the Trojans able to clear the puck right away. McClintock's going to have to play this puck. Plays it up to Tupper. Tupper slowly carries it, leaves it for Cheely. Cheely able to gain zone entry, back to Tupper. Oh, and then just a bummer of a play. It just kind of fell off Tupper's stick in a bad way, and Knights have to reset. Tupper bringing it back in again. Tupper gets taken down, and now Tupper's in an offside position because he was tripped into the line, so Helland has to wait.
Oh, boy.
Tries to hit Harrison. Harrison can't control the pass, and the crowd not happy with what the Knights are doing right now.
Just got to pass with a purpose here. Stay crisp. They can do
Tupper
it.
to Molekaday.
Very
In
good.
front. I
Very
think we
good.
got a tip on that. It's in the back of the net. No, they're giving it to Cam.
It is Cam.
Yep, Henry Braun was in front, harassing Alford, but the Knights are on the board, and Molekaday with the goal.
Yeah, that was just a nice put on, and caught it on the low area to the right of the goalie where it was open. He put it where it needed to be, and Cam did a great job there.
Best part about this, Knights still on the power play in 5-on-4 scenario for the next minute and 10 seconds.
All right, now you definitely see the energy level coming up here. Let's see what they can do.
Trojans win the draw, and they're able to carry it into the Knights zone, but the pocket is picked by Henry Braun,
And
and then
there's going to be
Braun
another penalty on
taken out.
Wayzata.
And it is. It'll be 5-on-3 for 56 seconds.
Well, Braun was low, and he rode him right into the boards.
As Anderson's going to go for I believe, a roughing call.
Called the trip.
Almost looked a little bit like a slew foot.
He rode him into the board. I'm not sure. That's an interesting tripping call, but
Yep.
I don't know.
All right, so 56 seconds in 5-on-3. 8:40 to go in the second. Knights trail by 2, 3-1. Oh, and we're going to kick Ward out of the dot. I think Robinson might have snuck into the circle a little early. So now Robinson gets to take the draw. He probably just wanted to take the draw. That's my guess.
Nice.
Robinson wins it.
Keep it in, keep it in.
Picked up. Hagen to Robinson. Back to Hagen. Back to Robinson. Robinson
Got it.
shoots, scores! Oh, he didn't score. The ref waved it off. Said it hit the pipe. What a snipe by Robinson. Thought it went in. Over to Harrison.
It definitely did go in. It
I'm
bounced
pretty
off
sure it went in, but
it bounced off the one side, came to the other, and then bounced out.
26 seconds left and 5-on-3. Puck played all the way down. McClintock picks it up, leaves it for Hagen. Hagen pushes it forward to Ward. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on,
10
Brady.
seconds on the one. We got to make it happen. Let's go.
Robinson over to Hagen. Back
Put it
to
on again.
Robinson. Oh, centering pass, and Ward was decked right as he tried to shoot.
5-on-4 now.
One man out of the box.
Oh.
Harrison looked for a centering pass, but he centered it right to a Trojan. And then shoved back in by Robinson. Alford goes behind his net to gather the puck. Tate Helland and Jacob Harrison working on keeping the zone, but Wayzata able to clear.
Job by Cam there.
Long pass over to Robinson. Back toward Cheely. Cheely giving chase. Picked up by Helen. 26 seconds to go in the power play for the Knights. Helen tried to force a pass over to Robinson.
Went out to Lee.
Yeah. Lee kind of intercepted that one. Lee now behind the net. Looking for Robinson. Finds him to Malekade, the goal scorer. Gets another shot. Puck loose in front. Cheely tries for a shot. Fanned on it. Helland has it now. Over to Robinson. Penalty just about done. Shot blocked. Robinson picks it up. Trojans at full strength. Robinson's shot was well wide, and the Trojans able to clear the rebound. Malekade sends it back in. Trojans able to pick up control of the puck down there. Girton doing his best to work on it, but the Trojans come away with it. And over and back on the blue line, and that's an offside call against Wayzata with 6:13 to go. Kind of a golden opportunity there for the Knights that was did not come to fruition with another 5-on-3 opportunity.
No, they just got to keep building on it. You gotta, That's all you can do.
Trojans come away with that puck. Shot attempt blocked by Braun. Girton has an opportunity here. He's got some wheels too. And the puck was just played right down the line on the blue line. Wayzata did a good defensive job there, and the Knights were in an offside position when they finally touched up.
Yeah, I got to hand it to Wayzata on that one. They did an excellent job there.
Daxon Jancy, who I like to call Fancy Jancy when he scores a goal. Let's see if he can get fancy here on this shift.
And I like to add a T to his first name.
I don't know why you do that.
I've
his name's not
Daxton.
It's not Paxton.
Yeah, I know.
Here comes Braun. Braun got Jancy with him. Braun able to maneuver around a couple. Takes it down to the corner. Lost the handle on it. Here come the Trojans. It's number 18, Naraki. Naraki carries it in. Centering pass attempt just out of the reach of his teammate. Crosby Nelson trying to pick up the loose puck, but Wayzata controls. Another long shot attempt is blocked by the Knights. Knights doing a good job of blocking shots so far in this second period. Jackson for the Trojans sends it up, finds Harmon. Intercepted there by Braun at center ice.
Yeah, you can tell we got the Trojans here off their game. They're not anywhere near as crisp as they were. They've got the speed for sure and the size, and their passing is not what it was.
Good check there by Leland along the boards. Ward comes away with it, pushed forward, and I think Leland, off of that fresh check, has a little bit of extra juice in the step.
Takes a shot. High bouncing rebound. They tried to center it to Ward. Ward couldn't handle the heat on that one. Here come the Trojans. Had to hit the cough button there. Wayzata able to send it back in. Malekade first there. Malekade with a backhanded clearance attempt, but there were no Knights in the neighborhood. Finally, Hagen picked up to it. Long shot attempt by the Trojans. McClintock saw that one. Now Ward comes away with it. Cross ice pass from Leland.
There we go.
Over to Hagen, and Hagen just is like, I've had enough of this. We need some fresh skaters.
Sometimes
we'll take the icing.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a reset. That's okay. Too much time in the defensive zone just equals bad things. So
All right, Helland out there to take the draw now. Wayzata wins that draw and gets a shot off. That was Naraki who took the shot. Wayzata able to do a good job of holding the zone. Knights have done a pretty decent job in the second period of play, keeping Wayzata away from getting some good shots off. That's kind of changed here in the last minute or two.
they're matching the intensity and the, and the skating, the speed. They're, now we just need to get the other parts to come. Sure would have been nice to have gotten that goal, but just have to work through and get another one.
I'm not sure why that was icing.
Yeah, that's
That was
pretty odd
at
call.
the red line.
Yeah,
But oh well. They're calling ice, ice, baby. That's what they're calling.
speaking of ice, what's the scoop?
Oh gosh, is it time for ice cream, Jeff?
Oh, it's always time for ice cream.
Trojans maintain control. Back out to the point. That's Anderson with the puck. Puck loose in front. Picked up by Adams. Wrestled away by Robinson.
good.
Robinson
Very
pushes
good.
it forward. He's got Helland. Helland carries it in. Rips a shot. That one looked like it was destined for the top left corner. Alford gets a blocker on it. Sends it into the netting with 2:22 to go in the second.
Too bad his arm could get stuck or something, but he did a good job of getting it up there.
What is his arm going to get stuck on over
You
there?
never know, pad malfunction or something, just get stuck down.
Do we have like marionette strings that we're not talking about here? Jeez. Jancy pushes the face-off forward, gets tripped in the process. No hands up there, though. And Jancy and Chile both working on it back there for the Knights, but the Trojans come away.
Very fast down the ice there.
Yeah, that was 32 Jack Adams who sent it in for the Trojans. Picked up behind by Anderson, centering pass. McClintock's all over the top of that one, and a scrum in front of the net. And,
oh boy!
Oh, Chile came in like a bat out of hell. Oh, we're going to get a handful of penalties here.
I'm pretty sure Henry Braun is going to be one of those.
Yeah, that escalated quickly.
Yeah,
it really got out of hand fast.
Well, it looks like Chile's going to be one.
Chile's one. Number 32, Jack Adams going for Wayzata. And I'm pretty sure Henry Braun killed a man with a trident.
I'm pretty sure Henry Braun is going to get one too. Yep, there he goes.
Braun going to the box.
I'm kind of curious how it's only 3, but
it did seem like it was going to be coincidentals against Braun and Adams, and I think Chile coming in with a full head of steam. That probably was the other call here.
Chile came. He was driving in from Wayzata there, and came with a full tank of gas right down there.
Coming down I-94.
Yeah.
All right, 1:59 to go in the second. 2 minutes up on a power play for the Trojans, as both Chile and Braun are in the box, but sometimes those kind of little moments in a game, a fight,
can inspire and lift you up.
Yeah, can bring a team together. So let's see if the Knights can kill this penalty and kill the period. We'll see what happens. Shot, score. I guess not.
What a heck of a placement there. He
Top left corner. Yeah. That was a beautiful shot. That was number 27, Cooper Preston.
Yeah, he had one earlier too.
I think that was his second goal of the game.
Yeah, his other one was a thing of beauty as well, where he placed it.
The good news is Henry Braun's out of the box. The bad news is it's now 4-1 in favor of the Trojans.
Yeah, that was, wow. Heck of a shot there by Cooper Preston. Those are some of the ones that are almost indefensible. When you place them that perfect.
Knights win the draw. Sent back behind the goal of Alford. Trojans control. Tupper tries for a check and misses. Here comes Davison.
with some speed, centering pass attempt. That was good defensive play, tied up by one of the Knights players. And if Robinson hurries, maybe he can get a little bit of a breakaway here. He's not quite fast enough to outwork Morse. But he goes in and gives Morse a nice little check back behind the goal. And Knights able to hold the zone, except Tupper's pass was in between two Knights players and have to send it in but check up at the same time. Jancy with the puck now. Tries a backhanded flip, didn't work. Second attempt in the area of Robinson, but that's Preston coming away with it for the Trojans. Sounds like the audio might be having a little bit of a difficulty. If I sound like Batman now, that's really cool.
I do like having a deep voice.
Maybe if I talk like this, I sound like Barry White.
Well,
You know.
electronics can do that.
Jancy picks up the puck. Now Tupper finds it on his stick as Jancy was decked there. Tupper spin move over to Caleb Lee. Lee's shot got all the way through. Alford made a save there. Braun pinches down, trying to hold the zone. Couple of Knights over there helping out. Braun comes away with it. 5 seconds to go in the period. Let's see if the Knights can get a shot off. Centering pass in front toward Girton. Braun turns and fires, but it's right as the buzzer goes off. No shot attempt, no goal, and we're at the end of 2. Trojans lead 4-1. Sounds like, Dylan, are you going to do a reset on the stream again?
Yeah,
we're going to have period 3 coming up on a separate stream.
Well, it's because it's the deep voice that you're broadcasting in here. Now we have to reset.
I'm Ron Burgundy. All right, we'll talk to you guys in a few after the second intermission for more Knights hockey.